Hello, today we're going to do some mole to mass problems. Okay, and I just wanted to reintroduce the mole to you. Remember, we talked about the mole being a special unit of quantity that we use in chemistry. A mole can be specifically a number of particles of anything, right? We talked about 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles, right? Avogadro's number. So 1 mole is a quantity in chemistry that measures or that is equal to this big number of particles of anything. Okay? And again, the mole is just like a measuring spoon, right? And that spoon, again, measures 6.02 times 10 to the 23 particles. That never changes. Now, as far as mole to mass, a mole is also equals to the mass number. Okay, so that would be the atomic weight, I should say, the atomic mass number of an element in grams. So not only is it a number of particles over here, but if I look, let's say, at 1 mole of, let's say, of carbon, that will be the same as its atomic weight or atomic mass, which is in this case 12 grams of carbon. So again, where do I get this information? Well, you get this from the periodic table, and you would have to look over here, and this is where you would see the 12 gram, right? So if I were to like focus in, you would see that it's really 12 grams. And so now that we understand that, let's do some mole to mass problems. Okay, we're not going to focus on Avogadro's number. We're going to focus on the fact that 1 mole of anything of X is equals to the periodic table grams, right? The amount of the atomic mass grams of that element on the periodic table. So here, so for example, let's say that I wanted to have 2 moles of carbon, and I wanted to find its weight in grams. Again, we're going to find, remember, whenever we have a really an equivalency, this is the same as a conversion factor, right? And what I like to do is just to put it in this manner, 1 mole of whatever compound over the gram of that compounds that's on the periodic table, right? So here what we do is we start with what's given to us, 2 moles of carbon. That's always how we start our problem, what's given to us. And now we want to go, and you can put that over 1, to grams. So what we have to do is we have to put our calculator right here with our conversion factor. Now remember, we need to align the units so that they can cancel out. So 1 mole of X and the grams of X. In this particular example, X being C, is that going to go at the top or the bottom? You are correct. We're going to put 1 mole, not of X, but of C, because that's what we're looking at. That's going to be at the bottom. And then we're going to look at the periodic table, right? We're going to look at C, because this is what we're looking at. And we see that it's actually 12. So 12 grams of carbon. Again, why did I put moles at the bottom? Well, because we want these two to fall off, right? And now we are left with 2 times 12 divided by 1 grams of carbon, which is 24 grams of carbon. Do you see how easy that is? All right, let's do another one. Let's say that I wanted 1.5 moles of oxygen. And I want to turn that to grams of oxygen. Step 1. Start with what's given to us. What do we know? Well, we know we have 1.5 moles of oxygen. And we're going to have to multiply that by a calculator. Okay? A calculator is our unit converter. It changes, the units. So, we know we're going to have 1 mole on one side and then the grams on the other side. In order for moles to fall off, 1 mole has to be at the bottom, and then the grams of O2 are going to be at the top. Well, where do I find the grams of O2? That's right, I have to look at the periodic table. Remember, the periodic table is what we want. So if I go up right here and I go to oxygen, I would see that it's about 16, right? So for 1 mole of O2, I have of oxygen, it's 16, but we have O2, so that would have to be 16 times 2, right? Which is 32 grams of oxygen. So then we put that like this, and we just do pause. 32 times 1.5. One. 1, 2, 3, 480. Edit, which is actually 48 grams of O2. Okay, so this is how you go from moles and you end up with the grams. What if I had to go vice versa, and let's say I wanted to go from grams to moles? Let's see what we would have. So in this case, I would have to start with, let's say, grams. So maybe I would start with 281 grams of Fe, right? And in this, now I want to turn this into moles. This is what's not known. So, same process. What do we know for sure? What's given to us in the problem? 281 grams of Fe. Okay, now we have to convert that into moles. So that means we have to multiply by a calculator, our unit converter. Our unit converter is, again, up here. We are going to have 1 mole of whatever element we're dealing with over the grams of that element. So should the moles be on top or the bottom? You are correct. The moles in this situation, 1 mole of Fe should be at the top, and at the bottom I would have the grams of Fe, because that's what I want, right? Now, the grams of Fe are not given to us. Where do we find that information? That's right, we're going to look at the periodic table. So if we look at the periodic table and we focus in on Fe right here, I don't know if you can see that right here, we'll see that it's actually 55.8. So all we have to do is go back to our problem, and we're going to put 55.85 grams of Fe are going to fall off, and we're now going to have 5, right? So we're going to have, pause, 281 divided by 55.85 and that gives us 5.03 moles of Fe. Do you see how you can use this equation to your advantage? Right? You can swap what you need, right? You can swap the denominator and numerator based on what you need. Okay, let's do one such problem. Let's say that we have 72 grams of mg. And we're trying to turn that into moles of mg. I want you to go ahead and try it on your own. Okay, here is the answer. So you have 72 grams of mg that you're trying to turn into moles of mg. If you look at the moles of mg on the periodic table, you would see that is equivalent to 24.31 grams of mg. Now I'm going to stop here. Hopefully you realize that I did something wrong on purpose. What did I do? Can you tell? That's right, I put it in the wrong way, right? In the wrong place, because moles over here, I cannot cancel these two out because they're not the same, you see? And so therefore, that means that moles cannot be at the bottom. Instead, it has to be at the top. And so what we're going to do really quickly is change that. We're going to put 1 mole of mg at the top. And at the bottom now, we can put 24.31 grams of mg. Now we can cross out the appropriate units, and we end up with 72 divided by 24.31 moles of mg, which equals to 2.96 moles of mg. Okay, so now you know how to go from moles to mass in grams and vice versa. The key is to use what you know, what's given to you. 1 mole of any element on the periodic table, it's going to be the grams of that element. And again, where do I find the grams? On our periodic table. As long as you remember that, you will be fine. I'll see you next time.